Welcome to this retro content from Throwback Thursdays, whether it's from NoDQ.com, the Jeff Meacham Network, Casa D18 Studios itself, A Simple Man's Brand, or the J. Hebert Studios, and anything to do with FTW Productions. This will be the content re-aired right here on Throwback Thursdays that you could expect to see on the Casa channel. I know watching back some of our old content, whether it's the open mic night intro where I'm laid on my bed, which I kind of cringe at, especially with this cool ass setup now, or whether it's, just about anything to do with what we have done on FTW Productions, from A Simple Man's Brand, from the J. Hebert Studios, to even some Insanity Works and Retro Wrestling Fortune 44 Incorporated stuff. There's some good stuff, there's some cringe stuff, and either way, I hope you guys enjoy that stuff coming up, and, even if you didn't enjoy it, I'll be along with you for the ride. Some of the stuff does not age well, like Jeff's content does. I know he has done a deep dive on his own content and cringed at his own self, but either way, I hope you enjoy it regardless. I know in some of these clips, I have a fondness to them. So with that being said, enjoy this Throwback Thursday, and until next time, we'll see you on the J. Hebert side.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
Casa D18 Studios, an affiliate of the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media, proudly presents this retro content from NoDQ.com.
This is Talk Wrestling 47. I am Jeff Meacham. Thank you all for watching last week. Got the plug on for the website today, even though it's got lasagna stains on it because I'm a messy eater. Yes, I had pasta. No, I shouldn't. But you know what? I've been good all week. I've been on a diet since freaking January 1st. And I've been on that stupid Wii Fit over here in the corner. It's been dogging me every time I come over here. I don't want to go on it today because I'm sure I've gained like 5 pounds since I was last here, which was only Royal Rumble. It's sad. Anyway, on to better topics than that. Let's talk about the current state of TNA wrestling for a moment. I've had the chance to watch Impact here and there in the last few weeks, and it seems to me their quality is going down again. You notice the X Division has been greatly underappreciated once again, very underfeatured again. I believe Alex Shelley's X Division champion. I wouldn't swear to it on a Bible, but I'm pretty sure he is. I think he won the title at the January pay-per-view. Could be. Don't know. And you got guys like Jimmy Rave and Petey Williams, both of whom have been released, as well as Lance Rock. The morale in general seems very low. Booker T is supposedly becoming a prima donna, won't do jobs. Very much becoming big-headed like he did when he was in WWE toward the end, when he had that big thing with Batista, although Batista was the big head then. Booker T didn't help matters, I'm sure. TNA is becoming very poor quality again. You've got it's sad. You've got a whole lot of things going on that don't seem to make sense. Mick Foley's kind of thrown in there, and Jarrett is kind of thrown in there, and the world champion Main Event Mafia is kind of thrown in there, and AJ and Samoa Joe and all them are kind of thrown in there, and it just seems very convoluted and very confused and very clusterfucky, if that's even a word. I happened to watch the show last week. I'll talk about the main event of that show in a few minutes. But it's very just not what I've seen from TNA in the last year, and it disappoints me. TNA has gotten so much better, and now they seem to be dying down again. They seem to be kind of faltering and not being up to specs of what they were. I'm not a fan of it right now. Let's talk about the WWE Hall of Fame inductees this year. Excuse me. We don't know who the inductors are, except we know that this year, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, the Hall of Famer himself, will be inducting 2 brothers into the Hall of Fame, Terry Funk and Dory Funk Jr. I'm very excited about that. I like the Funks. I always have liked the Funks, especially Terry. Terry is one of my all-time favorites. I liked him in ECW. I liked him when he was with the NWA, when he was feuding with Flair. That's where I first discovered Terry Funk, when he was feuding with Ric Flair. And he's a crazy old son of a bitch, and he's awesome, and I love him to death. And he was a guest on XM or XMV, Aaron? XM, okay. Couldn't remember how far back we went. Back in the day, he interviewed us. We interviewed him before breakfast. That's how early we got him up in Texas. We were taping for him, and he got up and did an interview with us before breakfast. That was so nice of him, and I'm very happy he's going to the Hall of Fame. Dory Funk, of course, the legend, former NWA World Champion, trainer of many, including in the WWE dojo for a long time. And he's a phenomenal athlete as well, phenomenal talent, and very excited to see Dusty Rhodes induct both of them in the Hall of Fame. And of course, they announced this months ago, but Stone Cold Steve Austin was the first inductee named. They're in Texas. It's going to happen. Don't know who's going to induct him yet. There's rumors it's going to be Ric Flair. It could be Jim Ross. It could be Aaron Rift, for all we know. You never know. But there's other rumors going around. The Von Erichs are going in. Cowboy Bill Watts. Various Texas people are going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. It is in Texas. It's in Houston this year for WrestleMania and for the Hall of Fame, and the night after WrestleMania. They're doing that again like they did last year for WrestleMania 24. The Hall of Fame is going to be in the same arena as Raw the night after WrestleMania, so they're trying to pack people in for the Hall of Fame, because the previous few years, Hall of Fame was like in a little intimate setting, like WrestleMania 21's Hall of Fame was at the Universal Amphitheater, where there wasn't a whole shitload of people. There was enough people, obviously, to chant Hogan for 20 minutes, like I did, but they're interesting to see who they include. I got a feeling the Von Erichs are going to be in there, probably even the Freebirds, because they were legends in Texas, and maybe Cowboy Bill Watts. We'll see. I mentioned earlier about TNA's morale and whatnot, but I want to talk about real quick about the Sting and Angle feud. This is stupid. The whole thing is just ridiculous. Pardon me, I can't see. These are my new glasses, by the way. I mentioned them last week. My doctors check out my eyes, and I have a slight stigmatism in this eye, I believe. And I put the glasses on, and literally, I'm looking at the camera right now. It's looking like regular TV, like kind of fuzzy quality, kind of crappy quality. And, oh, wait, high definition. I can see you guys. I can see you in the camera right now. Look, hey, don't flip me off, son of a bitch. Put that finger away. Anyway, Sting and Angle. They had an empty arena match last week. Why? And the whole thing of the Mafia broke them up, they made peace, and all Angle spits in his face. If Sting doesn't want to be in the main event Mafia in the storyline, why is he in the main event Mafia? Let Angle have Nash and Steiner and all those guys be his back, and let Sting be on his own. Sting was always a lone gunman, man, always. He was much better off that way. He did it perfectly in WCW. He's done it well in TNA. He never had too many friends in TNA. And now he's part of some big super faction. It doesn't make sense to me. It was like when Sting joined the Wolfpack and joined the NWO. It didn't make sense to me. You know, Sting is better off on his own as a ultra babyface. Get him out of the Mafia. It's so ridiculous. And if he's still the world champion, fine. Honestly, and I hate to say this because I'm so sick of the fact that they're touting him as a 12-time whatever world champion, let Kurt Angle be the world champion. Let him get his way, and then let Samoa Joe or AJ Styles, somebody that deserves to be champion. Because honestly, Sting, at this point in his career, does not deserve to be champion. He's way too old and way too past his prime to be a world champion. Let Joe or AJ or any of those guys that deserve to be world champion take it away from Kurt Angle. Chris Jericho. He's been feuding with the legends. He had an incident with Roddy Piper, with Ric Flair. I'm waiting for Hogan to come out and just pop him in the mouth and, give him the, this and, the Hulk up and the big boot and the leg drop. But I don't think that's going to happen as long as Hogan had the celebrity wrestling, which McMahon said, nobody who ever worked for that will work for my company again. I don't know. It could happen. But Jericho's been popped in the mouth now. He's assaulted Roddy Piper in the hip for no reason. Piper shot on him. That was really cool to see Piper basically shoot on Jericho and tell him what's what. That was awesome. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the whole direction it's going. If Mickey Rourke does end up fighting Chris Jericho at WrestleMania, then it's worth it. We'll see if Mickey Rourke, by the time you read this, by the time you see this, Mickey Rourke will have won or lost the Oscar. We'll talk about that in the next coming weeks, but we'll see what happens with Mickey Rourke in WrestleMania. Hopefully he's involved in some way. I want to see him just, beat the crap out of Jericho and use that training he got for the wrestler to its full advantage. And one can only wonder what will happen. The 2009 WWE Draft has been announced. I wanted to talk about that real quick as we move on in the show here. It seems they're going to have the night after 8 days after WrestleMania, the week after WrestleMania, early this year. They did that once before, a couple times before. For 2004, that was the first draft, was 8 days after WrestleMania. And if the past is any indication, the draft will shake things up. You had both world titles switch hands as a result of the draft one way or another. This last year, you had the WWE Champion be drafted to SmackDown, and the world title went back to Raw because the newest Raw talent beat the SmackDown World Champion, Edge, CM Punk I'm talking about, of course, and stayed on Raw with the world title. Right now, you've got both world champions being SmackDown superstars, so we'll see what happens as a result of WrestleMania and then the draft. Maybe we'll see a world championship go back to Raw, or maybe we'll see him switch again. You just never know what's going to happen with the draft. Personally, I'd like to see Christian get drafted away from ECW, whether he's ECW champion or not. Let him get drafted away and be on one of the bigger shows. That's where Christian belongs. Christian's been a main eventer for the last 3 years. And even before that, he should have been main eventing in WWE, but WWE wouldn't give him the opportunity. Let him have his chance to shine. He will do wonders for ratings. He will do wonders for on-camera quality. Christian will make things better on Raw or on SmackDown. Give him the chance. That's all I ask of WWE. Another Legends rumor regarding WrestleMania. Since Stone Cold Steve Austin is getting inducted, there's rumors that he will be involved in a huge match at WrestleMania this year between himself and the immortal, the legendary Hulk Hogan. Does WWE need them at this point? They seem to be doing okay without Hogan and Austin, being the forefront, so to speak. We were talking about Hogan Austin 4 years ago, back when Austin was in better ring shape, and Hogan wasn't better. I mean, Hogan had a phenomenal match with Shawn Michaels that year at SummerSlam. Hogan since has, not been, training like he used to, as far as what I see. Hogan did the Celebrity Championship Wrestling thing. He's been living with Brooke after the divorce and the whole incident with Nick and everything. I don't see a need to have that match. I think that match's time has passed. And it's not really necessary to, bolster WrestleMania. WrestleMania is going to get buy rates no matter what, because the name WrestleMania is on there. You don't need to add too many star attractions. Go with the current crop of roster that you have. Go with the people that have built you all the way from the previous WrestleMania to now, and stick with them. Thank you very much again for watching the show today. I know it's a super short show today, but I had a lot to cover, and I wanted to get through it quick. New questions. Finally, the inbox is rebacked. Wow. Sounds like ringback, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. The inbox is once again open. I'm going to clear the inbox as of last week's taping. It's cleared out. So you can email me your questions at myspace.com/Jeff Meacham. Not Yahoo anymore, because I get too much stuff in my Yahoo inbox to deal with, work-wise and school-wise and everything else-wise. So just the MySpace this time, myspace.com/Jeff Meacham. If you do not have a MySpace account, what can we do with you? I will open up the YouTube comment board for the first time. Post your questions there, and I will find it. Put your name, so I know what your name is. I'm just reading off some random YouTube name. Same thing with MySpace. Give me your actual name. I don't want to read off some random MySpace name. I'm sorry?
Video responses.
Yeah, you know what? If you want to send a video response, by all means, feel free. I will try to watch them. I haven't been able to the last 2 years, but I will do my best. I'm sure Aaron will watch them. Aaron has a lot to do on his mind, but he'll take the time to watch the video response. If there's a particularly good one, I'll respond to that. If you have a question, you can put it in your video response, and I'll try to answer it as best I can, okay? YouTube.com/NoDQ&AV. You can find all the episodes of Talk Wrestling. They're finally back up and working, as well as some past NoDQ videos, including XMV stuff, interviews, and I think there's even a CAW video on there still, but I could be wrong. No? Okay. And you'll see some past interviews with Smojo, AJ Styles, Sean Waltman, and many, many more. And also the XMV reunion is up there as well. Parts 1 through 4.
It's one part.
It's a one-part video now?
Yep.
That's right, because we got the whole account back. We can do that. Like I said, I can sit here and do this and waste time. I can waste 10 minutes, because we have longer than 10 minutes now. Ha! The full XMV reunion up for the first time ever on youtube.com/NoDQ&AV. That was myself, Josh, Mike, and Lee. Don't call me Stagger. Around a round table with my 2 championship belts here before they got ruined. I'll tell you about that another time. One of my belts lost the rubies. Very depressing. And it was really cool. It was really fun to talk about the last 10 years of professional wrestling, from 98 to 2008, the history of themayhem.com, www.com, NoDQ.com. Check that out. If you haven't commented on it yet, go do it. It'll make Aaron's day, I promise. And with that, I'm going to wrap up Talk Wrestling number 47. We'll see you next time for number 48. And Aaron's going to wait till I stop talking and keep running the camera again. Just like he does every week. You're going to bring that gimmick back, really? Okay, just checking. Come on. Stop filming. Ow. Got him!
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
The Casa D18 Studios, an affiliate of the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media, proudly presents this retro content from the Casa D18 Studios.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this installment of Renegade of Wrestling. I am your host, JJ Williams. I'm here to bring you my thoughts and give you some of the results that happened at Battleground Pro Wrestling's Taking Liberties this past Saturday night, American Legion Post 716. If you weren't there, shame on you, because it was an awesome card. We did a lot of promoting for this, hyping it, passing out flyers. You guys need to start getting there for this stuff. Show started off with a promo setting up a tag team match later on in the night with stipulation that if Team A lost, they would have to leave the company, and if Team B lost, that their manager would no longer be the commissioner. First match of the night was a double championship match. The Action Coast Empire Heavyweight Championship from Northern California was on the line. Scheduled to be on the line, El Chupacabra, the Mexican werewolf, defending against Sheik Kanabati. Sheik Kanabati got talked into putting his Devil Mountain Wrestling Heavyweight Championship on the line. So we had, like I said, a double title match. Sheik won, ended up taking the Action Coast Empire away from El Chupacabra to become the double champion. Awesome, fast-paced match. Really good way to start off the show, I thought. I thought maybe since it was, for the title and then eventually for both titles, it should have been a little bit deeper in the card as opposed to jerking the curtain, but it was still a great way to get the crowd hot and get everything going. Next we went to a comedy segment, Wrestlers Say the Darndest Thing, with Sean Cosby hosting. He brought out his first guest, Pinky, with his Nobodies. Started talking about the Pink Prophecy and how he wants to get the championship belt. Longtime rival Foob Dog came out and shocked the world by not just barking, by actually talking. Set up a gauntlet match against all three of Pinky's Nobodies against Foob Dog, which Foobie ended up losing at the very end thanks to offbeat shenanigans. Angel, Nobody number 3, was able to get the pinfall over Foob after Nobody number 1 and 2 had been defeated, Luis Tapia and Freddie Hellmuth respectively. Then we went on to the match that me and Jeff totally called, the Ring Warrior Championship. Jeremy Yeager versus Tito Escondido versus Tyler Bateman for the Ring Warrior Championship. As we expected, this match was not as much about the championship as it was about Tito and Tyler's blood feud. A great back and forth action though. It was an awesome match with Jeremy Yeager getting the surprise victory after getting F5'd onto Tyler for the pinfall. Working Dead, B-Boy and Chris Cadillac versus the Silverheart Radicals, Lucha Machine and Ray Rosas versus the Revolution versus Circumsexy to determine the number one competitor, the number one contender for the Battleground Tag Team Championships. The Riv, one half of Circumsexy, was injured, so he was replaced by the certified badass, Rick Ellis. There we go. Again, awesome tag team action, back and forth. Number one contenders are B-Boy and Cadillac, the Working Dead. Big ups to those guys. They've been busting their asses in the company. As individuals, since we started coming in August, and as a team for the past couple of months, I mean, B-Boy's a former Ring Warrior champion within the company. Cadillac finally starting to hit his stride, is always having, fun matches, good matches, and now it looks like Tag Team Gold is in their near future. The Derevkos versus those guys. This was the match that was set up from the promo earlier in the night that I was talking about. Alexis and Sasha Derevko with their manager Dan E. Ramirez, the commissioner of Battleground. Supposed to be against those guys, the team of Furious George and TV. TV wasn't able to be there, the Vigilantes, so Sam Knight stuck his nose into there, stepped up, accompanied Furious George and teamed up with them, only for Furious George to get pinned, and those guys are gone from the company. Then we had a bit of a strange bedfellows match, if you will. The Suburban Commandos put their tag team titles on the line against Mikey O'Shea and Extreme Loco. These guys have been beating the hell out of each other for the better part of the last 5 or 6 months, ever since Mikey lost the strap to Rico Dynamite. It wasn't going to be pretty going in, and it ended with something nasty and a Riz bomb from the Suburban Commandos onto Loco for the victory. So the Commandos retained their titles. Next up on the agenda, Famous B defended his West Coast Wrestling Company Heavyweight Championship against Tumbleweed, Tough Enough's own AJ Kirsch. I gotta say, it was awesome seeing AJ live. Seeing him on Tough Enough and seeing the skill that he possessed, meeting him at Frisco's a year ago and seeing just what a chill dude he was. Actually getting to see him get in the ring and compete against my boy, Casa D18 Studios boy, was just an honor and a privilege. AJ, if you're watching this, I want to say thank you for coming down to SoCal. It was an honor getting to watch you. Please come back. But tremendous match. Famous B was able to get the victory after his super kick, his patented super kick. But that wasn't the end of the story. Oh no! Certified Badass Rick Ellis came back out from behind the curtain, came out there congratulating B, shaking his hand, and then blindsided him, attacking him. For those of you that don't know, that aren't a member of my Yahoo group, Rick Ellis is a former West Coast Wrestling Company heavyweight champion. Gotta get tongue-tied on that stuff. As a former champion, he had to surrender his title due to an injury, and long and the short of it is, he put B through some pain, some crippling pain, telling him that he wants a shot. So I'm smelling a title match next month between Ellis and B. Please, Adam, make that happen, because that's going to be awesome. And your main event of the night was Nick Madrid, runner-up for the PWI Rookie of the Year last year, versus the Battleground Heavyweight Champion Rico Dynamite. Awesome back and forth action. 1 ref got bumped, 2 ref got bumped, title belt got used. Everyone thought that Nick Madrid was the new Battleground champion until the first ref came to, DQ'd because of using the belt. Everybody's heart was broken. We all thought we saw our boy come up there in Los Alamitos, but alas, it was not meant to be on this night, but there's always next time. So, for this week's episode of Renegade of Wrestling, I am JJ Williams. I will see you on Thursday when me and Jeff review Rope Opera, how WCW killed Vince Russo. Tomorrow night is Game 1 of the Kings Devils. Go Kings! And we'll see you next time here on Renegade of Wrestling.
now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
You ever wanted to come into a sports bar where the barkeeps know their game? Well, the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media has got a production just for you. Sit down and relax as the stat boy and his partner break down the statistics in all things sports. Whether it's football, basketball, motorsports, baseball, hockey, soccer, professional wrestling, mixed martial arts, boxing, and much, much more. All are welcome. Your barkeeps here keep you up to date and in the know of everything going on in sports, while also having a pleasant conversation about it all. Your host and owner of the bar, Stat Boy Mike. His partner in crime, Dory Lou. And a host of other guests coming in. The food's hot, the seats are warm, the drinks are ice cold, and the sports talk is plentiful. Casa D18 Studios presents Stat Boy Sports Bar. Take a bar stool and enjoy the show. The Casa D18 Studios, an affiliate of the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media, proudly presents this retro content from the Casa D18 Studios.
Oh, hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Chicks on Wrestling. I am your hostess, the sleepy and tired and still totally sexy Pinky. This is...
Oh, we're taping.
You dumb bitch.
Sorry, guys. This is Data again.
And this is our results show of TNA/Impact Wrestling's final resolution.
Thank God.
Yeah, whatever. Let's just get right to this piece of crap about we're going bastards and bullshit. It's gonna be a balance
what was
tonight.
that word again?
Bastards.
Bastards?
Bastards.
Bastards?
Bastards.
Okay.
It's gonna be a balance tonight, and we don't give a flying hootenanny.
Look at fun.
I'm sorry, whatever. Cowboy James Storm kicks off the show with his
wasn't even
on the card.
On the card.
He wasn't even supposed to be on the card tonight, but it was pretty
Which
cool.
I think is bullshit.
Exactly. Well, I did
On
like
its
the
own.
shirt. I did like the shirt.
The two people that were in the match should have been in the card.
Well, somewhere, but they weren't. But that's okay. They made their voices heard. What was cool? I really liked Storm's shirt. Beer hunting. What's up? Beer hunter. What's up? Can we get one of those?
I know, right?
Teenage shop.
Make it all like cutesy.
Yeah, girly-fied and stuff.
Yeah.
I like to drink beer.
Huh.
No, next rednecks, all my friends.
We've been doing that for the last few days.
I know. So Cowboy J-Star comes out, running his mouth. It was a beautiful thing. And in comes Captain Obvious, Mr. Interruptus himself, Kazarian. Shark.
You need
Anyway.
to grow back your hair, because your
You need to
brain
do something
kind of
with that.
went with it.
Exactly. When you chopped off your hair, your brain went with it. TNA, you suck. But that definitely led to an impromptu match with.
Which was actually a pretty good match.
That was pretty much one of the two matches that were decent. We'll get to that later. Storm versus Kaz. Storm wins with the last call super kick.
Woohoo.
And long necks, rednecks, oh my friend. Oh, sorry. Number.
You just turned that so weird.
I know. It's my job. Second match of the night. Ugh, really. RVD, get a new song. RVD,
God.
your song fucking sucks.
You were fucking stoned.
He was so
He
fucking
was fucked up.
Damn, man, send some over here, homie.
Oh,
That was stoned. Stone did from the time his music hit, girl. Him walking down the ramp, holding up his belt. Hey, I'm
And you
RVD.
already said you would smoke me out. Damn it.
I know. Well, hey.
Him.
Hey, I'm
RVD.
Rob Van Dam and I'm Stan.
Right?
And Kenny versus Kenny King. I didn't know this. My home wrestling company I used to, work with. I'm sorry, EWF. I didn't know Kenny King was y'all's, but dope. That was before I got there, so I got there in 08.
Okay.
So
Well, that's forgivable.
That's forgivable.
Forgivable? What? Forgivable.
Thank you very much. RVD, I love you, boo-boo, but you really need to start smoking after your matches, nigga. Cause damn, you botched every single move except for the Rolling Thunder, which I call a Rolling
And you're
Blunt.
the more experienced one.
How does that work? How is it, RVD, that you were supposed to be the whole fucking show?
You've
And
been
you
in
didn't-
freaking ECW,
WWE,
WWE,
WCW,
WCW,
and now TNA.
and now TNA,
And you gonna botch?
and Indy.
Yeah, and that, wait. Not only did we not get the split-legged moonsault, which was bullshit, I also didn't get
I
my
love
fucking frog splash, which is bullshit. You botched the kick off the top rope? No! Stay off the weed, man, until your match is over. Then that's your victory smoke, homie.
Stoners telling you that.
Thank you, man.
Oh my
Smoke after
God.
your fucking match, you stupid stoner. Oh, RVD wins.
After all those botches.
Yeah, after all those botches, RVD wins. Kenny King really should have won.
I just want to say something to the writers.
Go ahead. Oh, crap.
If you're going to have somebody that botches the whole match, go on the fly and make the other guy the winner. Just so you look good.
Just saying.
A
Because
little
right
bit.
now,
Because
right
you
now,
look shit.
y'all look stupid.
You look like shit.
Stupid. Oh, I am so awesome. Stupid. Stupid.
Stupid duck?
Stupid duck. Daffy Duck.
I love that.
Never mind. Any third match of the night. And then the fucking pay-per-view, really. The tag team title match. Chavo, Los Guerrero, no. LAX, no. Chavo and Super Mex Hernandez with a new tattoo. That's where the fuck you been. Versus.
Did I really tattoo?
Yeah, man.
That's where I was. I didn't even recognize. I didn't even see his tattoo.
I don't know what
And
it
I
said.
love ink.
I didn't know what it said, but it was like right in the middle of his chestises and
How do you
stuff.
have that?
No, girl, he didn't have that one. He had everything else. One in the middle is the new one.
It was a Superman tattoo.
Oh, Superman! Thank you, boss man, for that.
Oh, yeah. I actually did see that.
I didn't see
Not tonight,
But
I saw it last TNA.
oh,
I saw
I didn't see it because
Yeah,
probably
you
I was at
were-
Disneyland somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, versus Joey Ryan and Matt Morgan. Honestly, this match was bullshit. Chavo, you fucked up the frog splash. You suck. Stay up. You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. Hernandez was the only one that looked decent. Oh wait. Matt Morgan, Thunder Lips, anyone?
Again, people that have been in, you know, different companies
Go ahead.
versus a guy that's been in just indies.
Mm-hmm. And the
And
other
he
one,
looked better.
he looked way better. Legalized sleeves.
That's the sad thing.
Legalized sleeves.
And I'm not just saying this because I love me some Joey, but really,
Really?
y'all look like crap.
Why is that? Oh, that's
And
right.
one of you is a Guerrero.
And
Oh!
oh, damn. That was my ear. Chavo and Los Ding Dongs won. Oh, I'm sorry. Chavo and Hernandez won the match by DQ. Okay. Wait a minute. Another fucked up thing about another funny thing about this match.
What the fuck is that, though?
When you watch some Daffy Duck, bitch, he's a superhero. Stupid Duck. Damn. Anyway,
I didn't have cable growing up. I'm sorry.
dude, it was on WB, bitch.
Was it?
Never
I didn't
mind.
watch it. I was outside getting exercise.
No, that was
Sorry.
Anyway, there was a 3 count that happened. After the 3 count, ref gets pulled out the ring, and then he disqualifies somebody.
Yeah, what the fuck is that bullshit?
Who was thrown there? Everybody was thrown.
I didn't get that at all. I was like,
Yeah, I know we have
Even
that.
in the replay, they
What
showed
showed the
it
3 count?
happen.
We're not stupid. Somebody's baby Friday night did, huh? A friend of mine's baby just, it's one of those. Duh.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't-
exactly.
She was
adorable. She's like, huh? I just want to be felt like, huh? Anyway.
The total face. She was,
Bully Ray versus the shortest little shit ever. Austin Aries wins after Bully Ray tries to get Brooke Hogan, who came out in her cutesy little jiggle.
Did she have a top on, or was it
I
a bra?
think she had on the top that slipped into the bra. Wardrobe malfunction! And she's coming out to check on Billy Ray because he's busted open, bless his little heart. Like,
Oh, that did not look pretty.
that did not look like fun. And
Although,
Uh-huh.
it fit him for some reason.
he's-
Maybe it's in New York. You know.
maybe it's a New York thing. Maybe it's the ECW thing. I don't know.
I don't know.
But he gets her out the ring. Papa Hogan comes out. You know, get your girl out here. Just when that happens, low blow.
I know.
Austin Aries
It
wins
did not
for
look
the
pretty either. He was like,
Oh,
ow.
I guess you won't have any more kids after that. Okay.
Brooke probably was going, damn it.
I'm not gonna have no babies, you bastard. You bastard. TNA Knockouts title.
Snoozer.
Tara.
I was right.
Yeah, you were
Well,
right.
I wasn't right with the whole thing, but I was
You were
right,
right
in my
with it,
prediction.
yeah. Tara versus Mickey James. Mickey, I love you, boo boo, but you cannot hide that fat ass PHAT of yours, boo boo. You have a big ass.
It's
Exploit
hot.
that shit. It is beautiful. Not trying to be farmer's daughter. Hello, anybody? Can I get a glow? Hello.
Appreciate your body.
Appreciate
It's
the
good.
ass. Appreciate the
We
ass.
do.
I love my junk. Anyway.
Well, I don't know about my junk, but
my
I love
junk is
hers.
hot. Hers is sexy.
I love hers.
Hers is sexy. Wait. Excuse me. Your boyfriend Tara looks like his neck threw up.
Dude.
Get him out of the ring, bitch. Get
Get
back
him
to your
out of TNA.
Get back to kicking ass and taking names, girl. Putting on 5-star, no offense, RVD quality matches.
If you're not gonna get him out of TNA, just at least get him out of your line of fire.
Yeah, I really appreciate that because that boy's ugly. Anyway, Tara wins. Boo. The one match I was pissed off about that should have been semi-main, or at least right before or right after the next match I'm about to say. Angle Joe, Wes Briscoe, Garrett Bischoff versus Aces and Eights.
That one pissed me off.
That one just made all of us mad. We're like, really?
Because we're waiting for...
A heel turn away from Briscoe and Garrett. If y'all don't realize it, look it up on Google. Check out the pictures of Garrett.
It's hard to figure out.
Hello, and even Garrett had his wrist taped up.
Wait.
And even Garrett had his wrist taped up and red. So, oh.
Yeah. Doesn't he usually though?
No.
No?
Nope.
I don't really recognize it usually because
exactly.
I look at them.
You ain't right. Pissed us all off. Team Angle wins. What the fuck? We were waiting for some revelation. I'm waiting on the heel turn, you sons of bitches.
I was waiting for fucking Garrett when he got the hammer.
Get the crack.
Just the head. You know?
No.
He like raised it even. And then drops it. I'm like,
I was disappointed like a hoe on prom night. Some bullshit. You bastards.
I was pissed off.
Oh, girl.
And I like the baby faces.
I know. Now, the next match that only had to be determined by pinfall or submission, 41,334 times. AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels was match of the night by default.
I love every match with them.
I mean, they cannot have a bad match together.
They're... And it's so not even trying to be funny with this, but... They're phenomenal wrestlers.
They're the phenomenal angels, fallen ones, what? Fallen ones, phenomenal ones. What? Yeah, and you're absolutely right. And those two can never have a bad match together. You can put them in the same ring with jacked up people and they can't have a bad match together. But
their style is so beautiful.
Exactly. Daniels wins with the Styles Clash.
That pissed me off.
I can't say that pissed me off, but I'm like,
that's my baby daddy.
Girl, how many baby daddies do you have? Shit.
In TNA?
Never mind. Never mind.
2?
That's
3.
a first. Oh,
No,
wait.
3.
Wait, she said 3. I will say this, it was a battle of can you top this?
No.
And Daniels won. You should have done Gangnam Style. It's not a bitch move, girl.
That's a bitch move. You don't fucking take the other guy's move or finisher and finish with it.
Why not?
It's a bitch move.
It's done.
It's a heel move, but it's a bitch move.
Because he's Christopher Daniels. Don't growl at me.
I'm not growling at Daniels, and I can't growl at Daniels because he's not here.
Hi, Daniels.
So I'm growling through you to him.
Hi, Daniels. Last match of the night. The charismatic Christmas tree.
God damn it.
Jeff Hardy versus the shit factor, Bobby Roode.
I love that makeup though.
Oh, Christmas
It was
tree.
Christmassy, but it was awesome.
Hold on, I have a song. Oh, Christmas tree,
oh,
Christmas tree. However, shut up. However green are your branches, and through the smoke I see some lines with Jeff Hardy. Do one more time. Oh, Christmas tree, however wide are your branches. Woo! Okay.
Smooth it up.
Wrong show, bitch.
That's what we were doing, though.
By all rights, and I hate saying this, Bobby Roode should have won this match. And, Jeff, you look fucked up. How many lines did you get? I said it. Stick to weed, damn it. No.
For those viewers that did not hear it, what was it again?
I said, and I quote, for all intents and purposes, Bobby Roode should have won the match. Oh, Christmas weed.
Oh my God.
Jeff, I don't know, man, if you had a blunt before the show, we had did some lines last night, your shit stank.
That was bad.
That was a bad match. Bobby Roode should have won until James Storm
That was bad, baby.
That was horrible.
I love you, and no, that was bad.
That was all bad. That was like 6 ways from not right. Next time.
Hopefully. Especially because isn't he the champion?
Yeah. What's the next
Champion should not be looking bad, sweetie. Champion's supposed to be looking good.
He does look good. It's just like shit.
But not good looking. Just
right,
good.
looking good in the ring. Bobby Roode had to carry you, fool.
He didn't look good.
Bobby Roode carried him.
Yeah.
I will go on record and say that. Anyway.
It was bad.
Next pay-per-view is Genesis. Buddy, shoot me.
Hopefully it's better than this one. Please.
Shoot me in the head now.
Please be better than this. Maybe put some of the, actually, like, maybe, oh my god, the gut check people on.
Taylor Hendricks, you know.
Yeah. Just saying, you might want to use the people that you just are paying, you know.
They did.
Not just for their gut check.
Oh.
After that.
Oh, okay. Well, here's our gut check. You suck.
No, the people on gut check don't suck. They just,
yeah, but everybody else
the writers do.
Yeah. Okay. Check us out on Facebook on Chicks on Wrestling. My show in the pink is now on Facebook. Leave your comments, leave your video questions, leave your video comments, and you know we would love to see what you have to say. Also, look us up. We have now officially moved to. We are not going to do the other voice.
No.
We have officially moved to Unlimited Radio 24/7.net. This has been Chicks on Wrestling. Actually, our show is better than the fucking page review. I am your hostess, Pinky. This is
Jade Hogan.
and we will check you later.
Bye.
Bye.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
Casa D18 Studios, an affiliate of the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media, proudly presents this retro content from NoDQ.com.
Get ready to feel the bang! Welcome everyone to NoDQ&A video here on NoDQ.com. I am the owner of NoDQ, Aaron Rift, here to answer your questions about the world of wrestling. So let's get right down to it. What do you think about the rumors of John Morrison leaving WWE, and do you think he will end up in TNA? Right now, it looks like Morrison is on his way out. The belief is that his contract will be expiring in the near future, and based on the past few weeks of Raw, especially this week, it looks like WWE has just completely given up on him. Now, what went wrong with John Morrison? Back in January, he had this match with The Miz, and everybody was buzzing. It looked like John Morrison was going to be the next big thing. I talked about how the only thing he needed was to develop his promo skills and his charisma, and he would be the man. He would be the future of the company. But for whatever reason, things have not worked out with Morrison. And could it be something with Melina? Melina got released, and she's posted some things online that have not done Morrison any favors. Perhaps WWE just doesn't want to deal with the drama anymore. They got so many guys on their roster. Why deal with it? Why deal with the whole Morrison situation with Melina? If you recall back, that whole situation between Drew McIntyre and Tiffany, their whole incident, and that led to Tiffany's release, and McIntyre hasn't been pushed since. So, and if as far as going to TNA goes, I see it as nothing but a positive, because TNA needs something fresh. They need a new guy in there. They need a new person in the mix. And it gives Morrison a second chance. Maybe Morrison can find himself in TNA and find that personality that he just doesn't have in WWE. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But yeah, it does look like right now that Morrison is heading out of WWE. But things could always change. Hey Aaron, love the show. Do you think Rock coming back will hinder Punk's momentum? I think Punk lost his momentum quite a while ago. Back in July, August, everyone was talking about CM Punk. He was the hottest act in professional wrestling, but now he has significantly cooled off. He's going to be teaming up with Triple H for a match at Vengeance, but it's all about the game. Triple H is the focal point of the storyline. CM Punk has become somewhat of a bit player now. So I don't think The Rock is going to hurt Punk at all. If anything, The Rock's going to help everybody, because when The Rock comes back, everyone's going to be talking about WWE again, and they'll forget about the last couple weeks of WWE television. So yeah, The Rock's nothing but a positive. Hey Aaron, great show. I was wondering if at ECW One Night Stand 06, when the fans were throwing John Cena's shirt back at him, were those actual fans or were they planted fans? They were actual fans. Do you think WWE would want their top babyface to get booed out of the building and have his merchandise thrown back at him? Of course not. It was real. It wasn't plants. Has Teddy Long run his course on SmackDown, or do you think he can still bring something good to the table for the Blue Show? He's been general manager, about 6-7 years now, so perhaps it's time to get somebody new in there. I like Teddy Long a lot. He's played the role so well, so there hasn't been a reason to get rid of him. And he's just been a loyal employee of the company, and they like him a lot. But yeah, maybe it is time to get somebody new in there, but who knows? What do you think would have happened if Rhodes accidentally busted open Orton instead? I personally think that Orton would have flipped backstage, leading to Rhodes being stripped of the title and then jobbing for a few months, or he would be fired. It's a funny joke, but the thing with Orton getting upset, in terms of the thing with Mr. Kennedy, that was probably justified. Mr. Kennedy had so many strikes against him. He was getting hurt. He was hurting other people, and Orton was just legitimately concerned for his health. So, and WWE made the decision. It wasn't Orton's decision. And you know, Orton does get angry from time to time, but I don't think that he would have taken it out on Rhodes. That's just my opinion. If you could go to WWE and choose your gimmick, theme, and costume, what would it be? My gimmick would be I am the King of Kings. My theme song would be King of Kings. My costume would have a skull with a crown on. That would be my gimmick. In your opinion, what was Vince's reaction when he saw that Clash of the Champions in 1994 that got a huge buy rate for Hogan and Flair. I'm sure he wasn't happy about it. That's why around that time when Hogan came to WCW in 1994, WWE went out of their way to proclaim the new generation, and they had this grainy black and white footage of Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage. Well, that Randy Savage was later, but I think they put Hogan in there with like Buddy Rogers and Bruno Sammartino, and tried to make Hogan come off as this really old guy. When the funny thing was that at the time Bret Hart was only like 2 or 3 years younger than Hogan. But yeah, and then I guess at King of the Ring, they interviewed some politician or whatever. I don't even remember, but all I remember is that he talked about, like, they asked him, who's your favorite WWE superstar, and he said Hulk Hogan, and this was right around the time Hogan debuted at WCW, and Vince was not happy about that, let me tell you. So yeah, you can believe that Vince was starting to get worried around that period for sure. Why was the WWE logo never redesigned after the name change from WWF to WWE? It never made sense to me that the logo for WWE is just 2 W's. Well, that logo is very recognizable. That's why WWE never changed it to this day. That logo is, when you look at that logo, you know it's WWE, and you know it's a symbol of the Attitude Era and when they were the most popular. So they really don't want to change their logo to something else at this point. That's just the way it is. What did you think about the triple cage match from Slamboree / Ready to Rumble? I love the concept. While I always hope the WWE brings this match in, I know there's no way it will happen. Well, yeah, there's pretty much, I would highly bet against that ever happening, that match takes place in a WWE ring. As far as the quality of the match, I think it's a cool, unique concept, but the problem was when WCW had those matches, they always came off as such a clusterfuck. And perhaps if it was booked differently, maybe I'd have a higher opinion of it. But from what I saw, I wasn't, all that impressed with that match, how it played out in WCW. Hey Aaron, love the show. I was just wondering, why was the ECW title match between Kane and Chavo at WrestleMania 24 only 15 seconds long? Probably just due to time constraints. They have all their matches, and then they plan out how long each match is going to go, and they decided that this match doesn't need to go long. They can just have Kane come out there and destroy Chavo, and it's better than them having a 5-minute match where Kane is just beating on Chavo. So that's probably your answer right there. Hey Aaron, when in a match where a wrestler can't win by pin or submission, they often go for them anyway, which makes the wrestler in question seem dumb. Are these lapses in judgment legit or fake? I think it depends. Sometimes they do that, to bring in the realism and because if it was a real match, these guys would probably forget sometimes. But sometimes I'm sure that they do it because they legitimately forget. Like, I think Randy Savage at the Royal Rumble 93 tried to... No, actually, that was legit because that was the finish of the match. But I'm sure there were times where the guys did forget for real. How does one get employed by WWE for both on-screen, like superstar, manager, commentator, and off-screen, such as a writer? Also, have you ever tried to get into the wrestling business? If you want to become a wrestler for WWE, you go to wrestling school. You hope that somebody in a high position of power or somebody with some kind of stroke sees your work and is impressed by it. As far as becoming like a writer or a commentator, you're going to have a college degree. You're going to have experience on other television shows or sports broadcasts or whatever. And it would probably help to know very little to nothing about pro wrestling. Hey Aaron, why was the X-Pac hatred on so much during his original run during the Invasion storyline, where it got to the point where people were calling it X-Pac heat, aka go away heat? I'm not really sure. I just think I remember the period where people were really not into X-Pac was around the time that he was doing the X Factor stable. And I believe around the time, like, I'm not sure about this, but I think the ratings for X-Pac segments were like the lowest every week, and that's kind of how that phrase came to be. Like, people were talking about how people tune out when X-Pac comes on TV. I just think it was like maybe a rib against him or something. But yeah, I know a lot of people like X-Pac, so I'm not really sure how that phrase really came to be, but That would be my theory on it. Hey Aaron, do you think Rob Van Dam will eventually return to WWE for one last run, or do you think he'll stay in TNA when he retires? It depends on the schedule. If WWE gave him a really light schedule and the money was right, I could see him at least considering it. But he's made it clear, he told myself and others on NoDQ.com that he had no interest in doing a full-time schedule again. That's just something he doesn't want to do at this point in his life. But I could see him maybe coming back for one more WrestleMania or something like that at the very least. Alright, that about does it for NoDQ&A video. Thanks for checking out the show. Leave a comment, youtube.com/NoDQCAW. What's your thoughts on X-Pac? Do you think he deserves the X-Pac heat? Or do you think it's unjust? Let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
Gary Hebert, the man, the myth, the legend. I was amazed, and I was looking to become a better skater myself, and I wanted to be like Gary.
When you look at a guy like this, he's one of the most talented people in his profession. He's been given gifts by God.
It can get frustrating at times when you're trying things that, that maybe don't come as quickly to you as other things. And, you never really felt that sense of frustration with Gary. It was always about improvement and positive reinforcement.
Was it really the end? Was that head injury really the end? God has called Gary to continue to be a blessing to others and to be a passionate example.
My name is Gary Hebert. This is the World Academy of Hockey, otherwise known as the Inside Edge.
I would recommend anybody that have a chance to come to his hockey school. I think it'd be well worth it. It'd be rewarding to all the kids and anyone he coaches, from whether it's an adult, a professional player, to a little kid like a Mite or a Squirt.
Gary, from day one, has been instrumental to my hockey career. I started out as a potential Division III player, and Gary brought me single-handedly through high school and into a top Division I prospect. I owe it all to Gary, the biggest legend on and off ice there's ever been.
Listen, watch, learn, be confident, and have faith. Those are the answers I was brought to. Yet, I only now am really learning how truly important those 5 things are.
Through preparation, through appropriate thoughtfulness and thinking, we can learn to untie the typical knots between our ears that drive us into underachievement and underperformance. And lo and behold, we can learn, I think, to fulfill our God-given potentials.
Gary has the innate ability to make people not only better players, but better people. The life lessons they learn from Gary are incredible.
I can always remember leaving that rink knowing as a player I got better, or I had something to improve on to get better. And I think that's what you excelled on as a coach, is giving us the knowledge to know what we needed to do to get better.
There's coaches who know the game, but can you communicate and create passion in your kids and in your players? And Gary's able to do that.
Gary's got great knowledge and the great hands, but more importantly, his ability to connect with people and care for them. His communication skills, to me, really stand out and separate him, and that's why he's one of the best, in the world.
Gary's a legend. He's a special, special man.
The Casa D18 Studios, an affiliate of the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media, proudly presents this retro content from the Casa D18 Studios.
Of Boy Rants. I believe this is episode 47. Wow, 47. I love it. 47, baby, yes. On today's episode, I'm going to do what I always do, and that is rant. And of course, my rants are Statboy approved. I don't know if I've brought my belt out before, but as you can see, this is my Smoking Skull belt. Had this bad boy for almost, 7 or 8 years. And here's the coupe. There it is. It's signed by Stone Cold. There you go. It's a little bit worn down. There's actually a small little tear right in here in the corner because it's been creased so much. But I've always wondered, what could I get for it if absolutely need be? You know what I say? It's kind of beat up. You know, you have to get real close into the metal to see the scratches. You know, it still snaps and all that, but and like I said, it's just crazy. Facebook me on this, folks. Let me know what would you pay for a Smoking Skull belt signed by Stone Cold Steve Austin? And if I'm crazy enough to sell it, I might take you up on this offer. In fact, if your offer is so ludicrous that you're legit about it, I might even throw in the last Statboy approved shirt that I have available to my fans. I'm legit about this. If I find an offer out there, and I mean it's a good offer, I mean, yeah, the belt's it's in okay shape. It's not in pristine mint condition. But like I say, let me know what you think about it. If you want to get a good look at it, I'll take a picture of it and post it on Facebook and whatnot. If I decide to sell it, though. You never know. Alright, let's get down. Now we got the business part out of the... because that boy's poor. Yeah. Let's get to the meat and the potatoes of the rant now. Now that the BS is out of the way. Let's start with the pay-per-view. Over the limit. Like I said, I wasn't too happy on this pay-per-view. It didn't even look good on paper for one match. Except for one match, and that of course being Punk and Bryan, you know. The whole Laurinaitis Cena thing, I will admit, it made me laugh. I mean, it was funny. And of course, like I said before, us wrestling fans, some of us are actually smart, more than none, but I mean, if you didn't see the Big Show coming back, really, come on. You're not going to throw away 18 years of your career by crying in the middle of the ring with snot coming out of your nose and tears coming out of your eyes. That's not how you go out. Who said, and partial legitimate question and partial to the fans, who said you're supposed to go out on your back looking at the lights? Yes, Renegade?
Terry Funk.
Very good. That's how,
be on the mat.
That's how you go out in a match. I even had trouble doing it when I was backyard wrestling. I'll admit it. I had the biggest problem in the world going out losing. biggest problem. But I still did it. I cried, bitched, moaned, and complained all the way through it. But I did it. Anyway. Oh, let's see. Christian came back. Good for him. Good to see Christian back. Missed him a lot. 8 months gone. Got the IC title. Wouldn't have minded if he got the US title as well. Did he really need to come back right away and get a belt? No. I don't really think so. But he came back. I like that he's keeping the design of the belt, the classic IC belt. That's good. Maybe change the strap color though. That was talked around about. Okay, we got a split here. We got Renegade saying no and Meacham saying yes. I say make the belt black. I don't like the white belt. If you remember, in fact,
the Meach machine wants a ginger strap.
A red belt?
Ginger strap. Ginger strap.
If you do remember, the world title was actually purple at one point. When Sergeant Slaughter held the belt, it was purple. And I think...
Only because you want it from the Warrior. You change it like right away.
Well, when Warrior had the IC belt, the strap was yellow. Yeah. And I think there was a title strap on the world title that was green. I think the original belt might have been green, but I'm not certain if the winged eagle was green at one point or something. Was it blue? Dark blue? And looked...
Black? Maybe blue with the Warrior like once. But black, purple with the Warrior, I know that. White with the Warrior, I know that.
Yellow.
Yep. No, not the world title.
With the IC title, it was yellow. Or was it even that ugly peach color? Put that in the comment box. What different colors were all the title belts at some point? So then we go to Monday Night Raw. And, of course, Cena comes out. Johnny Ass is coming out with a scooter and crutches, and I'm surprised he didn't come out with a neck brace and his arm in a sling, or a big old huge cast on his leg. And of course, Big Show comes back, but let's face it, he never really left. Thank you to Michael Cole for explaining how did Big Show show up when he was fired, verbal contracts and all that crap. Really. And so now it's going to be Cena Big Show at No Way Out, which they've moved to June, when No Way Out was supposed to be in February. For like 4 or 5 years straight, it was February, I guess. And then, so if I've seen a Big Show, we've seen it before. So, yeah. The story with Bryan and CM Punk, I mean, I love how we all saw the match. We all know that Punk did in fact tap out after the pinfall was scored, okay? I just love how heels and sometimes the heel announcers still try to make us believe, #believe, that the tapping out happened before the pinfall. That, of course, cheapens the intellect of the fans. So, now, does Daniel Bryan have a legitimate claim for a rematch? Absolutely. One, to continue the story, and two, like I said, they put on damn good matches. They've been doing it since the Indies. Of course, the next step is make it submissions only. Put the Anaconda Vice up against the LaBelle Lock. I'm not calling it the Yes Lock. That is the stupidest name. It is the LaBelle Lock. I will admit, when I first saw the LaBelle Lock, I called it the Crippler Crossface. Because if they are exactly the same, call it what it is. A crossface.
But the Crippler no longer exists in WWE.
Yeah,
Folklore.
Yeah, really.
And if I may throw my 2 cents,
Please,
I don't
go
want to
ahead.
see a submission match.
Submission?
Submission, yeah. I don't want to see a submission match yet. I would rather it build up to maybe SummerSlam and get an Iron Man match out of it.
And have it go into overtime. Just like the Kings did in Game 5. Woohoo! Go Kings, go. And yes, I'm admitting on camera, I'm bandwagon hopping on the Kings. At least I admit this one. Bless you. Again, Jade? Oh my god! 2 episodes in a row she has sneezed on my show! Okay, guys, everybody on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bless you, Jade.
Jade is allergic to Stat Boy Rants.
Sorry.
My god. Amazing. Wow, and that was a good sneeze, too.
Sorry.
You're forgiven. I was at Game 4 for the Western Conference Finals. They didn't win, obviously. I would have liked to have seen it, so I had to come home quickly and see Game 5. Phoenix fans, I get that you lost, but did you really have to throw junk on the ice? Because if you saw, as soon as the goal was scored, and well, what happened before was it a big hit that on Shane Doan?
Not on Doan. It was by Brown.
It was by Dustin.
Yeah,
Dustin
I forget who. It doesn't matter really at the end of the day, because you know the Coyotes got a little bitchy about it. Doesn't really
They
matter.
got a lot bitchy about it.
They were bitching in the shake hand line, which is utterly not unacceptable.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I'm
totally
sorry. That
shady.
when the two teams line up and the game is over and you're shaking hands, that's it. You're done.
It's over with.
It's over. That's it. You don't. If I'm gonna find you in the parking lot, I'm gonna kick your ass with my hockey stick. You're a dead man. I hope you lose the cup. You suck. You got a lucky break. You don't do that, because then, bless you. My God. You are petting Diesel. You're allergic to Diesel now.
That's what it is.
I'm sorry, Boston.
And you scared him halfway down the hallway too. Oh, brother. And of course, the media made a big thing about Dustin Brown not touching the, what's the cup name? The
Clarence Campbell Bowl.
The Clarence Campbell Bowl. Because of course they want the cup. They want Lord Stanley Cup, and damn it, they're going to get it. If you're following that Kevin Smith guy, Kevin Smith on Twitter, he's praying to the Batman that the Devils win the East. I personally want the Rangers to win the East because I want to see LA, New York. I want to see East Coast, West Coast go at it.
Well, either way, it's East Coast.
Well, no, I mean LA, New York goes all the way back to the rap game.
You just want shootings to happen.
No.
Suge Knight.
You just want gang violence.
I do not.
We're not talking about the Lakers. We're talking about the LA Kings.
Boom! Well said.
Not the Sacramento Kings.
That's
the
right.
Los Angeles Kings.
Well said, Renegade. Well said. Or as Shaq calls them, the Sacramento Queens.
That's right.
Yes, the Lakers and the Clippers are out. Do I feel bad? No. Because honestly, I didn't care about the season anyway because it was shortened. It wasn't even a full season.
Prima Donna Punk, that's why. A whole league.
I would rather pay for... You know, I even read in the paper that at the exit interviews, Kobe Bryant didn't even show up.
Really?
Really, it's true. He
Wow.
was not there. I'm waiting to find him at Disneyland in the next couple of days, or I'm waiting to...
You know, dude, he had to get his golf shoes sharpened.
Did they really play golf?
No, it's a gimmick, dude. I don't know.
Do hockey players really play golf at the end of the
Yes.
season? They do?
Yes.
Because it works
All
on their
athletes
swing?
do.
Yeah, to keep their range of motion in check.
Yeah. I would have liked to see Lakers Clippers in the finals. Just for a battle of LA and to keep the people at the Staples Center busy. Because, you know, a lot of people have to do stuff at the Staples Center to keep that place busy. Except, Staples Center, I understand you've got good food there, but $10.50 for a quarter pounder at the McDonald's in the Staples Center? Really? $9 for a whatever that pizza place is?
And $5 for a medium soda? I charge $3 for a yes. Why don't you pay $6.75 though? It's bottomless. It's not even that big though. Yeah, but it's bottomless. Once you get one, the rest is free.
Yeah,
you
but
can drink all night.
But you're supposed to watch the game the whole. You're not supposed to
be in the piss line.
Exactly.
That's why you pick and choose your spots
during a hockey game.
During a hockey game. I'm turning this thing off.
Yeah, probably during.
That's why you get standing room only.
Oh, really? Anyway, on camera, I want to see the Kings get the cup because they deserve the cup. They need to put banners on the walls and everything, and they need the cup. The Angels are slowly turning around.
Every now and then, Pujols actually delivers and hits a home run.
He's actually hit 4 home runs in the month of May. And let me give a quick shout out to my buddy James, that I know from college. He posted on Facebook that Pujols is heating up. And I responded with, wait till his batting average reaches 250, then he's warming up. By the time he hits 275, he'll be hot. When he hits 300, he'll be boiling.
What is this, NBA Jam now?
He's on fire!
There you go. Good reference, Renegade. Well done. Very good. Okay, they've won.
And that game didn't have Kobe either.
No, it didn't. No, he didn't get he didn't get added to a game until NBA on NBC, the NBA Jam version. Then you could play as Kobe. You could play. I always played as Shaq because I like dunking more than that. But that, yeah. Anyway. But like I said, the Angels are slowly turning things around. A lot of them are becoming disabled, though. In fact, recently, Torrey Hunter had to leave the team because he had issues with his son. Legal issues. So they called up Ryan Langerhans.
God bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, even I didn't sneeze, no. AAA. He comes out into a game, and he goes to catch a wall out in left center field. He smacks against the wall, and now he separated his shoulder. Great way to come up, kid.
I have breaking news.
Yes?
I know why Troy Hunter had to leave the Angels.
Uh-oh.
His son was wearing a Meta World Peace jersey at his school and was starting fights.
Oh! Turn around. And it happened in Texas, too. Wow. Damn. Vernon Wells, he jammed his thumb sliding into second base.
I heard him say pee-pee.
What?
Single foxtrot!
In capital letters with triple exclamation points.
Is this RSI? Because this was not butt fucking.
Alright, seriously.
Hey, that's my life.
Well, can we get a hashtag J-Rolls approved?
J-Rolls.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Also, now that I'm done with the sports stuff, if you watched TNA, Indy folks, Indy fans, hence the shirt, Joey Ryan had a gut check match against his good buddy and former Indy wrestler, Austin Aries, who is the X Division champion. He put on a good match. The only problem I would see with Joey Ryan getting a TNA contract is we're not going to get to see him anymore because he's going to become...
See him on TV?
I don't want to see him on TV. I want to see him live and in person where he doesn't know that I exist. And we talk about the Angels for 5 minutes before he gets ready for his match.
Go to Florida.
I'd like to point out for the record.
Disney World.
And when you were saying, I don't know, that mustache sounded Captain Hook on Peter Pan Return to Neverland.
Thank you.
I don't want to be a good captain. Go down with the shit.
That sounded pretty good, actually. Yeah. So, Joey Ryan, good luck with TNA if you make it, and don't remember. And don't remember, yeah. And don't forget all the indie fans who helped you get there.
You stepped out on the way yet.
Especially the ones here in Casa D18.
Especially the Indiana Tar Boys.
And the ones that got you into Disneyland 6 years ago, or whenever that was. How long was that? What was it?
what was it, 4 or 5 years ago? Yes, it's a true story. I got Joey Ryan into Disneyland. Finished? Yes. Thank you. You done?
No, I'm good.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Woo!
Sorry, that's my Kevin Spencer impression. Anyway.
Woo! I also received a Facebook message from Chris, I believe his name is. He says he's Scottish. And he basically wants me to go back and calculate how many hours Kelly Kelly has been on television because I bash Kelly Kelly a lot. And I need my phone real quick. Let me give me my.
I believe the meat and potatoes of the question is how much time she's been shown backstage,
Double A and shot.
fake smiling, before she comes out for a match.
Yeah, pretty much. Let me give him his proper. I want to give him his proper stuff. Where is it? Come on, you stupid phone. Come on, this is dead air time.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Here we go.
Why you're supposed to have all this stuff together before you start filming.
Double A, be quiet. Double A. You done? Are you done?
If Jeff can do it, why can't I?
I'll
Go ahead, I'll wait.
Yeah, you're going to be waiting a long time. Just watch Raw. This is Chris Smart. Just watch Raw, and I'm becoming more and more stressed when I see Kelly Kelly clips walking to the ring before a match with that stupid false smile on her face, which makes me really uncomfortable because I know it's forced and because I know she's hating it too. Can you tell me how many hours she has clocked up fake smiling for the camera? I will await my very accurate to the second answer from Statboy with a wink. Okay. To the second? That's a bit much. Since I'm starting to run out of time for this episode, I promise that I will do the math for you and I will give you an answer.
I believe that.
Go to your room. Yeah.
I'm older than you. Shut up.
I make more money than you. Oh. Yeah, I said it. What? Chris, I'll give you an answer next episode, I promise. I can stare all night.
Okay.
Okay. Alright? Okay. Alright. This episode's gone straight to hell in a handbasket. I'm damn proud of it. We're done. Statboy out.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
D18 Studios, an affiliate of the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media, proudly presents this retro content from the Casa D18 Studios.
This is James Morgan, NWA and Mach 1 Wrestling Superstar.
This is Chris Masters, the Masterpiece.
This is Downtown Bruno.
This is Eric Watts from WWE Tough Enough.
Mikey Nova.
Hey, what's up? This your boy, Sean Black.
This is Tess Bella from Santino Brothers.
Gorgeous Joey Chaos.
Yo, monkeys, it's me, DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, and you are watching Dads on Wrestling. The Dads on Wrestling.
Dads on Wrestling.
Dads on Wrestling.
On YouTube.
Week on YouTube.
On YouTube.
On YouTube.
On YouTube. Now stay tuned or you will feel the bang.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this installment of Dads on Wrestling. I am the Renegade of Wrestling, J.J. Williams.
And you know who I am. No nicknames needed as usual. I am Jeff Meacham. And the reason I have a 3-up is not for Chris Candido and the Triple Threat, although I did reference that just a second ago. This is another
3D?
Not 3D for the Dudley Boys or the Team 3D. No, not Hustle Any Respect. Okay. Although Lord knows we should get some every once in a while on this show. God damn it.
And I have to wear a hat because apparently my big old head is offensive to people.
Well, especially when you're sitting over there and the light's like beaming off the part you shade.
It's better than beaming off of your ginger ass.
This is a true statement. We are running into time already. All I gotta say is, we are here for a 3-parter, and all 3 parts are
Stat Boy approved, baby.
Because we are talking about the history, the regal, not the commissioner, of the Survivor Series. Although he's in here somewhere. He's in here somewhere. Right around here is where he is, but he gets punked the next time on Raw. So anyway, Survivor Series goes back. This is the 25th Survivor Series this year, coming up in about 2 weeks, which means if you divide that up into 3 parts, that's 8 Survivor Series for those of you mathematicians out there. We're going to talk about 1987 to 1994, this first part. And the original conception of Survivor Series, Jay, for those of you that don't know, to capitalize on the massive feud that was Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant.
I know all about this because I was just reading about this in Andre the Giant's book.
Yeah, I'm sure you were, because Andre's book, it looks awesome.
It is very awesome.
This kind of looks like a bar for me. I'm into Rey Mysterio finally. I'm into the WCW issue, the part of Rey Mysterio. Then I got the Russo book, the second one, and then Andre. Yep. Anyway, first 4 of these took place on Thanksgiving Thursday. If it wasn't if you had to deal with crazy relatives and hopefully decent turkey when you went up to your mom's house, then you had 3 hours of non-stop WWF action to deal with.
That's right, baby. Back when it was still the F,
That's
and
right.
when it was still good to watch.
And then,
unlike this garbage that gets force-fed down our throats every Monday and Friday.
Well, we'll get to that on part 3.
Yeah.
Part 3, we'll get to that. The next 4 after the first 4 came on Thanksgiving Eve, which means your mom was like basting the turkey and getting it ready to put it in the oven the next morning and getting it ready to go. But you were in there on Wednesday afternoon watching the Survivor Series.
I'm noticing something though, the way you split these up. Before we get too in depth in any of these, you've basically got the Hogan administration, the Rock administration, and the C Nation.
This is very true. I do have that.
By the way that the years are broken up, you've basically got the unstoppable icon of each era.
I do. I didn't mean to.
At the forefront of each thing. 1987, like Jeff said, to capitalize on the Hogan-Andre feud.
Andre's team and Hogan's team went to a 9-elimination finish before Andre was the sole survivor.
Yes.
And it showed that Andre, at points, had the power over Hulkamania.
Yes.
But the big one for me in this 1987 pay-per-view was a 20-man, not 20-team, 10-team,
20-man
elimination match. They had to have 19, I do believe, eliminations. Maybe once you eliminate one, get eliminated the team, because they did it in 92 also with the natural disaster. We'll get to that in a minute. But 20 guys in one match, and it wasn't a battle royal.
Yeah.
The entire aprons were filled up, and they did it 2 years ago. They did it in 88 too. Oh my God. Crazy how you had Strike Force, the Young Stallions. You're going, who? Jim Powers and
that guy that should have never been a horseman, but for some reason was a horseman.
That's right. The Rougeaus, the Killer Bees, baby, and the British Bulldogs against the Hearts, the Islanders, Demolition, the Bolsheviks, the precursors to the Brothers Derevko,
yeah,
and the New Dream Team.
I must break you.
That's right. Nothing to do with him, but he's still Russian, so it's okay. You had that, and then just the women's match, Sherry's team versus Moolah's team.
Women's Survivor Series elimination match.
Which is very rare and few and far between. You had a couple of those sprinkled in all over the years, but very rare.
Not many of them.
Not many of them. More of the time after 91, 92, when they started doing more individual matches, did the girls come in and one-on-one encounters. Or 95, they had a tag encounter, elimination encounter with Aja Kong's team against Alundra Blaze's team, but that was a clusterfuck. Then you move on to 88. And there's two big things from an 88, Jay.
Okay.
The Powers of Pain go in as baby faces against Demolition's team.
Mm-hmm. Who were the heels at the time, correct?
Demolition, managed by Mr. Fuji. And by the end of that match, Fuji not only turned on Demolition and cost them their elimination, but the Powers of Pain picked up Mr. Fuji from getting beat down and walked to the back with him. Mr. Fuji all of a sudden is managing Warlord the Barbarian.
So we had a complete
double
turn for both teams in one match.
So for those of you who think that Bret Hart Stone Cold was the first ever double switch, oh no. Oh no. This happened in 1988. Before Bret was even a super duper single star. Before Stone Cold was even in WCW.
Yeah, he was still in
training
class, right?
Yeah, he wasn't either. He was still training, if you can believe that. And then the Mega Powers co-captained their team into victory. Savage gets his butt with most of the match. Hogan gets the hot tag, of course. Gets the leg drop, of
course. 5 moves of doom.
3. Punch, boot, leg drop. It's 5. You're right. It's 5. 3 punches. I forgot. There are 3 punches in the 5 moves of doom for Hulk Hogan. And then as Hulk celebrates with Liz, Randy gives the look like, hey. It starts the bubble swirling. Starts the turn that leads to the Mega Power Explosion at WrestleMania 5, which we talked about so many months ago on this program.
Yes.
Been there. 89, a change in the scenery, if you will. Mm-hmm. No more 5-on-5, at least for the time being. Went down to 4-on-4. Yep. 89 also featured the first time that Hulk Hogan was not in the main event of the Survivor Series. They felt confident enough in the Ultimate Warrior and his Intercontinental Champion-led team to face the Heenan family, and they won.
Yeah.
Hogan, of course, survived, because it's Hogan. But he was not the main event. Very rare occurrence for the Hulkster not being the main event of any pay-per-view, let alone a team-led pay-per-view.
Kind of like today.
Kind of like today, where you see the Mr. Man who does this not in the main event. It does happen, but it's very rare.
Yeah, it's very rare that you can't see him in a main event.
This is very true. Very true. Very true.
If you smell what I'm cooking.
No, that's here. Seen it here. Pay attention to the run sheet, Jay.
Sorry,
damn it. That's okay. You're forgiven because now it's 1990.
Yes.
So the first one that you saw.
Series. I didn't see it in 1990.
No, of course not.
But it's the earliest one that I have seen in its entirety.
And who, pray tell, JJ, debuted at that monumental event?
The Gobbledygooker.
That is absolutely correct. Out of that big ol' egg, Dancing with Mean Gene Okerlund. It was the monumental thing that we couldn't wait to see!
And it was a Guerrero!
It was a Guerrero!
Proving that the McMahon family has always held the Guerreros down until 2004 when Eddie got his title.
And that's down here. Eddie was not
but
champion
that wasn't
at the time.
even
It wasn't even Survivor Series! I know, damn it! They're always screw people at Survivor Series. No. Alright, let's be real, y'all. Who showed up at 1990 Survivor Series on the $1 Million Team?
Brother Love.
He was already there. He didn't debut.
He
led The Undertaker down the aisle for the very first time. And within 1 year, pretty much 1 year because it was Thanksgiving Eve, the next year, The Undertaker won the WWF Championship.
For the first time!
First time ever. And 1990 was also...
He automatically went to my fake 5, dog!
Booker's supposed to be behind the camera. You're not supposed to give away the gimmick. You're Booker T.
You're killing me, Smalls!
We're not supposed to know you're Booker T!
You're killing me, Smalls!
We're not supposed to know that John Laurinaitis is really the guy that plays John Laurinaitis in here. Kayfabe is dead up in Casa D18 Studios today.
Kayfabe's been dead since somebody did a certain videotape for a certain other company.
That's right, I did. I did it.
God damn it.
Did it. And you know what? I'm back with WoW. That's right. And we're coming here on the December 10th to your hometown, sucker. Right. That's right. And we're going to have fun.
Suckers got to know, dog.
Suckers got to know. And why are we talking like black people? I don't know what's going on. Well, actually, you're black. Being really said so.
That's right. I am an honorary African-American, baby.
That's right. And the other one's walking out of the room, which is...
The only legit one in the house just walked off.
Which is fine because he was shaking the camera every time he giggled like hysterically anyway.
Well, you know, we did just get to talking about Warriors, so it was the power of the Warriors.
No, 1990 also featured a rare thing in which the survivors of each match came together and wrestled one more tag match.
I was going to ask which year that was because I know it happened a couple times.
Actually, it only happened once.
Oh, okay.
1995.
I thought it happened more than.
You might think of 95 because of the wild card match that got thrown together at the end, which was destined to happen anyway. It was already scheduled. 1990 had Hogan, Warrior, and Tito against a bevy of heels.
Yeah.
And Hogan and Warrior, of course, survived.
Of course they did, because it's Hogan.
And they were leading toward Hogan Warrior 2 at WrestleMania 7, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, thank God.
And then 91, like I said, Undertaker brings his A game to the Survivor Series, and with the help of the Nature Boy Ric Flair, becomes WWF, yes I said it, champion.
Yeah.
And the only time you had a 3-on-3 elimination match at Survivor Series. Sid Justice was supposed to captain the team, Sid Vicious, of course, against Jake Roberts' team. Sid tore his bicep. So they did some sort of angle where Jake was removed and Sid was removed. So it was the LOD and the Boss Man, I believe, against IRS and Natural Disasters. And of course, the face team wins because it was early 90s WWF. The faces always win, except for Undertaker. He was a badass. 1992, a change on the guard once again. Only one 4-on-4 elimination match. And not only that, but they were teams. It was the Natural Disasters and the Nasty Boys against Money Incorporated and the Beverly Brothers.
Okay.
If one member of the team got pinned, both guys were gone.
Okay.
Rather quick match, to say the least. I believe the Nasty Boys survived. That didn't really read that much else. I was just trying to get the fact that there was only one match of Survivor Series that was elimination. Then you had the debut of two matches. The nightstick match between the Big Boss Man and the original Kevin Kelly, Nails, who got fired really bad. And then you had the Coffin, later the Casket match. Undertaker and the Double Wide Double Deep for Kamala. Actually, no. Yokozuna was Double Wide Double Deep. But Kamala got the first one.
Okay.
First one would be later in the Coffin. It was a year-long thing. It started like before SummerSlam. They fought. Kamala got scared of the urn. He got scared of Taker. And then over the course of SummerSlam, the Survivor Series, you see Taker just building the casket piece by piece. With the Paul Bearer voice that only somebody else in this house can do. And he's not here again.
God damn it.
So, oh well.
Welcome to my parlor. It's not as good as the other one. No offense, Double A.
Not as good.
Brief cameo. Shout out to Double A running the camera once again.
Yes, back in...
I don't know when, in God's sake, he'll get in front of a camera, but, you know.
We will find a way. We'll give him some sort of topic to bite into.
He's scared, I think.
He is scared.
I ain't scared.
He's scared because people are still vicious half the time.
That's right.
All right, 93. The first time a non-WWF championship was contested at the Survivor Series.
And changed hands.
And changed hands at that. The Smoky Mountain Wrestling Tag Champions, the Rock and Roll Express, lost to the, of course, Jim Cornette-led Heavenly Bodies, Dr. Tom and Gigolo Jimmy Del Rey.
There we go.
There you go. 93 also was the start of the highly successful angle between Bret and Owen Hart.
Right.
Because you had the 4-on-4 match, Bret and his brothers versus Shawn Michaels, not Jerry Lawler, and the Knights. One of which was, I believe, the Brooklyn Brawler, which he's in everything. So, and you had Owen, the only one that was eliminated, and he got a little pissy.
Of course he did.
And then
I would have been too.
Right?
It's like, dude, you got two brothers up on the freaking apron. that haven't set foot in a WWE ring ever, I don't think, until, WrestleMania 25.
Right.
And I'm the one that gets eliminated?
That's bullshit. But they reconciled for a minute, and then Owen got mad again at the Royal Rumble 94, and then boom, they were off to the races.
That's right, baby. One of the best feuds of all time, in my opinion. I'd like to see a Greatest Rivalries disc on Bret versus Owen. But a certain somebody that is holding on to the estate of her fallen husband. You like what I did there, fallen husband?
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, won't let something like that happen.
Damn. Speaking of 94 and the Bret Owen angle, we led into the 94 Survivor Series.
There we go.
And arguably the most ridiculous match in Survivor Series history, Doink and 3 Clown Midgets versus Jerry Lawler and 3 Royal Midgets.
Short people got no reason to. Short people got no reason to live.
They got little hands.
I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. Really, I'm not. If y'all don't know that song, Google it, by Randy Newman. Same guy that does the Toy Story music and I Love L.A. that you hear like every freaking Laker championship celebration.
Oh, wait, wrong hat.
Seriously.
King shirt, there you go. Yeah.
Midgets. I have never been a fan of midgets in wrestling. The only midget I have ever supported is Hornswoggle. And I used to support Rey Mysterio.
And Hornswoggle at the end turned his back on us.
That's right.
At SummerSlam Access. With nothing more than a simple thank you and a brushing off for some bomb Muppet shoelaces.
Damn right.
That little bastard. Oh, wait, that's right. I like what he did there. I forgot about that. You had the resolution of the Undertaker-Yokozuna feud in another casket match. And then Bob Backlund, with the help of Owen Hart, defeats Bret Hart for the WWF Championship.
I was going to say, I saw the Backlund Bret thing. Isn't this where Owen convinced Mom to throw the towel in on Bret?
With the crocodile tears a-flowing. Bret loses the championship.
That was a good match.
And then Bob reigns for a grand total of 72 hours.
There you go.
And then Big Daddy Cool.
48.
No, it was 3 days. 3 days. Alright, so that's it for part uno, if you will. When we come back, 1995 will kick us off, if we must.
All the way to 2002. So we'll see you in part 2.